mistakes, especially early in the game, and you can't do that against the number 2 team in the country. And so, as we tried to kind of climb back in the game, it was out of hand too early. And our players know that, and we talked about it in between periods. There was nobody, more disappointed than the people making the mistake, but those things happen, and Wisconsin capitalized. And I really the thing I loved is how we played and how we competed in both games. And so I was impressed with some of the adjustments we're making defensively. I thought we limited some of their space, and so I took it as a positive weekend, even though it doesn't feel that way on the score sheet. And um, so yeah, we're looking forward to St. Cloud. We're familiar with them as an opponent. Obviously, they're in another top 10 team in the country, and I think we match up differently against St. Cloud. Wisconsin's faster, St. Cloud stronger. And so both are really tough to score on. St. Cloud obviously has great goaltending, and so we know it's going to be a great series, and we're looking forward to it.
Touched on it a bit, but any big takeaways or focuses you'll take into this week of practice and into the St. Cloud series?
Yeah, one of the things we're trying to figure out is not necessarily how we want to play, but how we can play to beat our opponent. And so that'll be a new challenge for us. Like I mentioned, I think the opponent last weekend is a little bit different on paper than and on video than the opponent this weekend. So we're looking forward to seeing what we can do to try to stop St. Cloud and try to solve their goaltending, but it'll look different than it did last weekend. And that's kind of part of the fun of the second half, is you've seen everybody enough, and so now you can start to try to game plan and figure out how can we beat this team.
So the last time you played St. Cloud, you really close games. Where are you guys at in comparison to where you were at when you played them last?
Yeah, I think we're in a better spot, staying above the puck. I think we're giving up fewer opportunities of 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s. They're still happening. They happened last weekend, for example, but we had the numbers back. We just didn't execute the coverage. Where I thought earlier in the season against St. Cloud, we had numbers, and we just didn't back check, or we didn't track back and cover the people that we needed to. So I feel like we're in a better position to defend, because we've been intentional about that. And I also think, we're starting to gain some confidence, just like St. Cloud. Freshmen are no longer really freshmen. They've played enough now to kind of be comfortable in the league. And so I feel like we can start to expect a little bit more from everybody. We got a big goal from Bria Parent. I think it was her first of the year. And so I think we're kind of waiting on some people to really step up. And I look at some of our freshmen and our upperclassmen in leadership groups that I'm just anxious and excited to see them step up into some big spots and give us a chance to win a game.
So the flip side of that coin to start the season, where you guys were home the entire year, plenty more road trips in the second half. Is that gonna play in towards the end of the season, fatigue wise, mental, physical, as you head into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think, January is such a great time, because even though we're on the road a little bit here and there, most of our players don't have a class to attend. And so I think it's kind of a reset. It's a refresh. So once the second semester starts, even if we're on the road a few times, I just don't think it affects players physically. Mentally, it might a little bit, but that's no different than the first half. So I think we should be fresh. We've got a big enough roster that nobody should be tired from practicing. And so I'm hopeful that we don't deal with any fatigue or any mental fatigue. Instead, I hope, and I kind of feel it in the dressing room, I think we have a good excitement going into the second half.
All right.